Hell yeah.
6,305.
I gotta lock.
Exact.
I gotta just stay locked in, bro. That's the thing, bro. My mind just be, I be on this shit, and I be like, man, fuck it. And I gotta stop being like that, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That's the problem. I get in that mood. Just be like, fuck it. I gotta stop doing that, bro.
Nigga, I forced myself. I didn't want to get up because I'm so sick right now, bro. I forced myself to get up, sit right here, render them body cam videos off for it, and make shorts out of them and upload them today. Did that shit. Them shit's doing numbers right now. I know high numbers. I mean, my shorts are, but my regular vehicle videos, they ain't doing no high numbers, but it'll get up there.
Yeah, I'll get up there eventually, though.
I got some that got some high numbers. They ain't 3 digits, which I'm cool with. But I need my shit to be in thousands. If my shorts could hit 1,000, a good 600, 700 y'all, you can go over to my actual video, click that shit and watch it. Just for a little bit. At least get my shit to 1K views and shit. But you live?
I'm live now, yeah.
Damn, I said that shit. Hey, my bad.
Yeah, bro. All right, y'all. We got cops rescue 7 children after disturbing traffic stop. We about to get right into this. See what's about. Make sure I want to like, sub new. If you want to watch this video without our commentary, head over to Daily Dose of Crime. Shout out to Tyler. Daily Dose of Crime. Head over there. Check this video out.
Shout out that
Without our
dude,
commentary.
Oh,
And without
why I
further
look
ado.
like King Von?
But if y'all here to watch our reaction, shout out to you. Without further ado, let's hop right into it.
Let me ask you this. In the back of the truck, there's 5 people.
No, altogether there's 5 adults.
Kids?
It's like seven kids.
So you all drove from Buffalo to Arizona?
Or was it like 20-something hours?
No, 35.
Wednesday, September 29th, 2024.
I know in the
Marshville,
back of
Missouri.
that U-Haul, it was hot as fuck.
And it stink. I know it stink.
Ooh, shit, 35 hours in that mug.
What initially appeared to be a routine stop for law enforcement takes an unexpected turn when a Missouri State Highway Patrol officer pulls over a U-Haul moving truck on I-44
Bro, I just
near
now seen a
Marshville.
post. I just now seen a post from this man Tyler, dude that run this Daily Dose of Crime channel, and he was saying in the post, technically, I'm just going, long story short, he was saying he read the comments, people saying they don't like how he repeat what's going on in the video that we already just seen. Whoop de whoop. He said he fixing that, he working on that, and I was like, I thought of it, I'm like, damn, that's what people be saying about people that's doing reactions and shit, like we see what's going on, da 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 da, like let a motherfucker react. That's tough.
After noticing a minor traffic violation, but the initial interaction with the vehicle's occupants soon revealed troubling signs, ultimately leading to one of the most shocking discoveries in recent Missouri history. I'm Tyler, and today's Daily Dose of Crime features never-before-seen and exclusive footage from police documents and court records. Every individual involved is considered to be innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Viewer discretion is advised for mature content.
Hey guys, how are you?
Fine, how are you?
Oh, just fine. We got a full truck.
Yeah. Yeah, it's easier.
I gotcha. I've never even seen a 3-seater U-Haul before.
Yeah, it's from Buffalo.
Normally they just have like the little open center console area and then that's it.
Service from Buffalo, New York. You don't have to tag.
Gotcha. Ain't no big deal. I'm not gonna write you a ticket, okay? The reason is you're just following the truck too close. Give yourself enough room. I was trying to give you enough buffer room in there so you can go ahead and move over. Just give yourself some room in there because you'll see all this tire debris on the side of the road. Cars have blowouts or there's a bunch of deer in this part of the country. They'll run out right in front of you. So you just want to be able to stop if they do. You have your driver's license and any paperwork for the truck, the rental agreement, I guess. It would be, it'd be fine. Thank you so much. So I'm going to give you a warning, but while I do that and come back and forth, since the rental's in your brother's name, come back here. That way if I have any questions, you can just say, hey, this is what we did or this is how we rented it. We'll get you out of here with a warning, okay? Up to you. I don't know if you want to leave the window rolled down, you can, okay? Just to let the air through. It's up to you, though, okay? It's a nice day outside. Yeah. Just meet me back here. We'll get you going.
As the officer approached the vehicle, he noticed the driver, Shaquem Bristol, was breathing rapidly and appeared nervous, accompanied by 2 women in the passenger seat. He explained that they were traveling from Buffalo, New York to Glendale, Arizona to pick up belongings. However, the passenger stories didn't match, raising suspicion, and after a brief conversation, the officer requested the truck's paperwork and began a more detailed review without issuing a citation.
Who's in the car with you?
That's my fiance and my sister.
Gotcha. So the girl you were talking to.
Yeah, the baby. Okay, the baby is 9. She's about to be 10. No, 8, about to be 9. It's supposed to be mine, so I want to do a blood test.
I gotcha. So you're confusing me here.
She's
So
Right.
are you?
9.
No, what are you talking about, bro? See, look, he just told on himself. He is talking about the 2 women that was in the passenger seat. He's over here talking about a 9-year-old, well, a kid that's about to be 9 years old. He's talking about the 2 grown ass women that's in the front with him.
He never
Did-
asked about.
Right. He never asked about no kids, bro. And look,
He asked about. the
walk
kid.
right into a trap. Well, he ain't walk into no trap because the nigga told on himself.
No, make sure.
I understand
it's my
that.
dollar.
As Shaquem gives more details, the officer becomes increasingly confused. Something is being hidden, and it might be serious.
So you went from South Carolina to Buffalo?
No, I stay in Buffalo now.
Oh, okay. You're
I
just,
just
your,
ain't never get.
haven't got your ID switched over. Okay, well that makes more sense then. What so she lives in Arizona, Glendale, and she said, "Hey, I want to move to Buffalo. Will you come and get my stuff?" Why didn't she just drive it herself?
She don't have a license.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay. Who rented the vehicle for you?
My brother Musa Omar.
Who's our Omar? Hamadi? Is that how you say his middle name? It had his full name on here.
He's not my blood brother.
I gotcha.
We just
Friends.
close.
Gotcha. What day did you guys leave to head out to Glendale?
That was should be on the paper.
Yeah, I'm just seeing when you rented it.
24th, I think.
I gotcha. How long did you stay in Glendale?
Not long. We just went up there, grabbed the stuff, and left.
Just turn and come back.
Mhm.
So like
Oh,
a
it
day,
was too hot up there.
like a day, or you spend like a couple hours turn around, or
We had to keep stopping in the middle of everything.
coming back or going too?
Both.
I gotcha.
I had to get some sleep.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Can any of those 2 drive?
I mean, my sister can, but she don't have her license with her.
Oh, okay. Well, as long as she's got a valid license, she can still drive.
Yeah.
You just, I mean, just if she's stopped, she would just have to say, "Hey, my name's this, my date of birth is this," to make sure she does have a valid license. But
Yeah, because she was scared. She was like, I don't want to get pulled over and da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, okay, I'll just take a chance.
yeah,
You know?
yeah, it's a long drive for it. Was it like 20-something hours?
No, 35.
That's a trip, man.
Oh, yes.
No, stop.
What are their
Y'all
names
didn't
up there?
What? That's motherfucking
Shabisha Bristol.
over a
Oh,
day of
yeah.
driving, bro.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie.
yeah.
If I did something like that, bro, I have to have like an RV. Have an RV, bro. That should be lit.
Park that motherfucker somewhere and go to
For real.
sleep.
And Leanna Rayford.
Miss Bristol. Okay. She already changed her name to Bristol.
No, but that's my little sister.
Oh, that's your sister. I'm sitting there thinking, man, you better hope this marriage goes
Nah,
through.
bro.
Do any of them, did they have their IDs on them by any chance? You said your sister didn't have her license on her. Does your fiance have her license on her?
She don't have a license.
Okay. Let me go talk to them for just 1 second. We'll get you out here with a warning. It's no big deal. Just don't follow like I said, just don't follow trucks so close, okay?
Okay.
Hang out here in the AC. I'll be back here in just a couple minutes, okay, man?
Damn.
Back in the
Oh,
patrol
man,
car, the
bro.
officer continues speaking with the suspect while reviewing the vehicle's documents. With a hesitant tone and clear tension in his voice, he begins explaining the trip, where they're coming from, and where they're headed. When asked about the other occupants, he states he's traveling with 2 women, claiming that one is his ex-girlfriend, but his hesitant tone and inconsistencies raise even more doubt. The information he provides doesn't align with the nature of the trip, deepening the officer's concerns further.
Hey, guys, what are you doing? Hey, where are you guys coming from? Arizona. I got it. What were you guys doing down there?
Nothing. We just going over security.
What the passengers say completely contradicts the driver's version. The gap
Exactly.
between their statements is too wide. One of them is clearly lying, and they're afraid the truth is going to be discovered.
How long did you guys wind up staying in Arizona?
Today they told me that we all been on the road. Actually, it was like
A long day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a long drive. It's like almost 40 hours you guys have to drive.
5.
Oh my gosh.
It was like basically like we went there, we spent one night there, and then we left out and we kept making the peace out and stuff.
I got you. Why are you guys in the big box truck?
We had to get some stuff. My aunt to give us some stuff.
Oh, your aunt gave you some
Yes,
stuff?
sir.
Okay.
So she gave us like some furniture and stuff. Because the furniture that we had in Buffalo is yeah, and we
Just out.
wanted to get
Go ahead, for girl.
us to come get the furniture that she needed.
See, just
Whoever's in the fucking trunk of that shit, hear the officer. If they wanted to, They could have banged on the wall or banged on the fucking door,
Yeah.
and all shit could have. This officer, hey, I need backup. I need backup on highway so and so such and such. Hey, if they wanted to, they could have just banged on the door and just alerted this officer.
They could, for real.
Yep, that's it. Backup. I need backup.
Drove down there to pick up the furniture for said your aunt gave you, and then you guys are going back. Oh, it makes sense.
He's talking
Nice,
wild.
nice furniture.
Yes.
Was it? It must be nice. You're making a 35-hour drive for it.
We had to go visit her anyway because her daughter, yeah, is sick, so we had to go see them either way.
I got
So
you.
that's it. I don't know. Like I have to go. I think like when we get back to Buffalo, that I have
Isn't
to
it
go
tall?
to the hospital because my eyes
No,
actually
oh.
see turning yellow and brown, and we live up in the city. Down here.
Oh goodness, yeah. Get that checked out. We'll give him a warning, and we'll get you guys going down the highway. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yep.
I appreciate it.
The officer walks back to the truck and approaches the female passenger to clarify the conflicting stories. And with a steady gaze, he asks about the details of the trip. Visibly nervous, the woman confirms they're coming from Arizona, but her story doesn't match the suspects.
That's
She
crazy.
says the trip was to visit family, but the officer notices the explanation doesn't line up. Her account is vague and unconvincing, mentioning relatives without specifics, which only raises further concern. When asked about who else is in the truck, she says there are some boxes and furniture in the back, but avoids mentioning the number of people, seemingly downplaying the situation.
Hey there, he's on.
What was that pink thing?
I don't know what it was. It was weird. So you went there to help your baby mama move her stuff because she's moving to Buffalo. I gotcha. Okay. Well, Mr. Bristol, I'm going to ask you like I ask everybody else. It's part of doing my job. You seem like nice people. We're out here, just working today. We're doing a special operation out here, having a couple extra troopers working the highway today. Is there anything illegal at all in the truck?
No.
Nothing. Okay. Any large amounts of money over $10,000?
I wish.
You
I wouldn't be driving this.
Yeah, exactly. Is there any illegal firearms in the car? Which you're completely legal to carry. Oh, I'm scared. No illegal firearms. You said, which, like I said, we're good to carry guns in the state of Missouri. So no illegal firearms.
No.
Cool deal. Is there any illegal narcotics in the car, such as bad narcotics like heroin, fentanyl?
I can do this right now.
I got you. Is there any large quantities of in the car?
No.
No. Okay. If I wanted permission to search the vehicle and everything inside, would you give me permission to do that?
Sure.
Okay. Have you ever been in trouble or arrested for anything before in the past?
Yes, sir.
So, like I said, I'm gonna give you a warning still, but I would like to search the truck. So you said you gave me permission. Do you have any luggage up there?
Mm-hmm.
Do all three of you guys have luggage, or is it like the same
No.
bag?
It's just
Get y'all
there's
from
stuff
the
in
hood.
there.
Just their stuff. So you don't have any bags in the car?
No.
Okay.
Get them
Where are their
from
bags
the
at? Up there in the front where they're sitting?
Yeah.
Okay. What's it? What did you load up in the back? Like, what do you have in the back,
Okay.
furniture wise? A lot of furniture.
Beds, blankets, clothes, pillows.
Gotcha. Do you have any family in Arizona?
No.
So you don't have any luggage yourself? Just the clothes you're wearing?
What?
Okay.
And
The reason I'm asking is because I'll have to ask them for their stuff, obviously. So I'm just trying to see if you had anything. I'd ask you if they have something. I'll ask them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have them step out and they can hang out beside you here
my brother them is in the back.
in the back of the truck.
You can search it. No problem.
Okay. What are your brother and them doing in the back of the truck?
So we all came down to help,
Yeah.
and he's in the car.
Okay.
The officers keep a calm approach in hopes of gaining the trust of both the driver and the passengers. After chatting casually with Shaquem, he manages to get the driver to admit someone is indeed in the back of the truck.
That's right.
Yeah.
The
start
owner
this
of the
way.
truck, he's in the back.
The owner of the truck.
He wanted to get some rest.
Okay.
I was about to say,
Altogether is
then he gonna ask
one,
why he driving.
2, 3,
Let me ask you this, man.
5.
Let me ask you this. In the back of the truck, there's 5 people.
No, it's 5. Altogether, it's 5 adults.
In the back of the truck. Okay.
Back in the patrol car with
That's
the suspect, the officer
crazy.
begins asking more direct questions about what's in the back, and with uneasy calmness, the suspect insists it's just moving stuff. But when asked directly how many people are in the truck, he shifts his answer, eventually saying that his brother is in the back. This immediately raises alarm. The presence of others had been earlier denied, and the officer presses further, where the suspect claims that there are 5 people in total, including himself and the 2 passengers. These contradictions do not go unnoticed, and the suspect's anxiety becomes increasingly visible, reinforcing the officer's suspicion that something much more serious is going on.
Let me ask you this, man. Are you getting paid to transport these people?
Oh no.
I can't take you to jail for it. I'm just generally asking you.
I'm being honest with you.
Okay. Because it's very odd that there's 5 people in the back of your truck, and I'll just be extremely honest with you, man. You and your sister's story aren't even remotely adding up.
7
Kids?
like 7 kids.
God,
I need a 1061. I've got a truckload of people. I mean, a whole trailer full. Do you know any of these people in the back?
Mm-hmm.
You know every single one of them.
Mm-hmm.
I got you. Why are they in the back of the truck? You didn't go down there to move your baby mama, so what?
Yes.
Listen, dude, you and your sister's story...
No. I'm being honest with you.
Well, I'm just going to be honest with you. You and your sister's story are so completely different, and your sister
I'm
is...
not gonna lie to you.
yeah, this cop is breaking this shit down. Like, bro, look, you gotta understand something. If y'all gonna,
Yeah, it seemed like
if y'all gonna run
people
y'all
at first.
stories, y'all gotta run them concurrent, bro. Y'all gotta, everybody's shit gotta line up. It gotta make sense.
Yeah.
She over here saying one thing, you talking about a whole nother thing. You talking about Buffalo, she talking about Arizona, nigga. Like, you talking about, y'all came from. Where you say they came from, bro?
Glendale, Arizona, some shit like that. Or
Yeah,
Buffalo,
they
came
all
from
over the
Buffalo.
place, bro.
Yeah, it's all over the place.
I'm being honest.
Okay, what's up?
The stuff that's in the car,
Uh-huh.
the truck, she's in there with her stuff.
Okay.
Okay?
Well, that's not what your sister's saying.
What did she say?
Well, I mean, I'm going to tell you that, but I'm going to tell you this, that your stories aren't even in the same realm of what you guys did was not the same.
You're going to see that I'm being honest once you
Okay.
search the truck.
All right. So there's no in the car?
It better not be.
Okay. Is anybody in the back got a gun? Anything like that? Okay, because, I mean, I'm going to have another trooper get up here,
Sure.
but if we open up the back of it and there's some bad guys doing some bad stuff, it's just not going to end well. Okay, I'm just saying, you know, we don't,
I
so,
respect it.
because that's not every day we stop trucks and there's
Right.
10 people, 15 people in the back, because you said there's about 15 people in that truck right now.
Yes, about, yeah.
Somebody
God
coming in the
damn.
country illegally.
No.
That's a small idea.
Howell, she's from Africa, but she stay here. She got an ID.
Okay,
Musa, he's from Africa. He's you know, he got an ID.
okay.
Okay, these
Well-
some African people.
Well, a license.
Do they speak English? Everybody in the back? Okay. Well, we're going to talk to them because it's very odd. But if everything pans out, we'll figure something out. We'll get you guys going down the highway, okay? But I don't know if we're going to be able.
honest with you so you can see for yourself.
Yeah, man. I appreciate it.
Still seated in the patrol car, the officer confronts Shaquem, telling him his version doesn't match what his sister said. With a firm tone, the officer lays out the discrepancies, making it clear the lies aren't being missed. Shaquem falls silent for a moment, clearly shaken, then realizing that he can't keep the truth hidden, begins to open up. In a shaky voice, he admits that the back of the truck isn't only full of boxes, but that 12 people are inside, including 7 children. This confirms the officer's worst suspicions and leads him to call for backup while proceeding with a full vehicle inspection.
What you got going on?
Just getting back from Arizona.
Arizona? Okay.
Glendale.
Okay. You have a car full of...
Sorry, Martin.
Is
I just didn't want to go back to Arizona.
the immigrants
He said they're from Africa.
Looking at.
from Africa? Okay.
So they got ID. We all live in Buffalo.
So there's like 8 adults and like 10
No, it's
kids.
like five adults.
Okay.
You have any weapons on you, man? Before we go up there?
Sure.
Can I pat you down real quick?
So,
There's kids in the back?
All right. Have a seat. Yeah.
All right.
I'm going to shut the door for a second, okay, man?
All right. We need to contact HSI
Okay.
or with the kids being in the back of
The
there.
stories were so far apart.
Yeah.
And
With,
the passenger is nervous.
yeah, with the kids being in the back of that, man, there's no AC. You know how many deaths happen every year?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, this is not safe at all.
No, this is a ginormous.
I did an IPC a week ago.
no,
so
this,
it's great.
this is a ginormous case.
He had a huge reaction when he went by me.
Yeah, he had a
looked
big.
like he looked like a
I
statue.
couldn't get out on him.
He looked like a statue when he went by. I didn't think the guy was even breathing.
So why are you hauling through a U-Haul truck?
because when you pick somebody up from Arizona, Linda, Arizona, her mom put her out.
Now you're changing your story
So
again.
what?
Mom put her out. She needed somewhere to go, so we came to pick her up.
Okay, but where'd the 15 to 20 people in the back come from?
We all came from Buffalo.
So you all drove from Buffalo to Arizona, and now you're driving back?
As backup units arrive, officers confirm that multiple people are in the back of the truck, but Shakim offers very little clarity, vague about who they are or why they're there, only stating that they all came from Buffalo.
Are they family or friends?
Family and friends.
This is pretty odd, man. You know how many people die every year? There's no AC in the back of that thing?
Yeah. That's why we always pull over. And let them
Oh, so you pull over and give them some fresh air?
I'm being honest with y'all.
I get it, man, but you're being honest. You're just not being smart.
Right.
That doesn't make sense. I mean, you know how many times we have across the country where AC will go out in the back of one of these things and people die, and you know, because they're hauling people. So, all right, stay with him. I'm gonna.
Alright. I'm gonna shut this door, Bo. Say, who are you calling?
No, I was talking to my sister.
Alright, hang up the phone for a second.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't be arrested. You don't. Hey,
Just hand me that.
yeah, you don't.
For now, you're not in trouble or nothing right yet, but
No, just let them know that I got pulled over.
your sister. You let your sister know?
My other little sister.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, don't be that.
Say what?
My other sister's in North Carolina.
I got you. Okay, that's fine. Just till we figured out everything here, we're not gonna be on the phone. All right.
As the officers continue to question him, the tension escalates. One of them firmly tells Shakim how reckless it was to allow so many people to travel in a moving truck under such dangerous conditions. An officer grills Shakim, emphasizing the risk for everyone, especially the children that were inside. But was this really a moving trip? Everything said until now is under serious doubt.
Hello. Hey, if y'all could go ahead, hop out for us.
Just stand right here. It's right here.
Too much light. I can see you.
Well, just don't stare out. Stare this way if you have to. Out in the.
This way?
But you guys can face this way. She said she has seizures. I mean, don't look at my lights. Is what I'm saying.
So where are you all coming from right now?
Arizona.
Arizona? When's the last time everybody in the back of the car was outside of the truck?
We just left the gas station.
So,
They all got out the gas station.
Yes.
okay. Are they family, friends?
All family. We all live together. We all live in the same household. Same address, everything.
Okay, where are you from?
I'm originally from Florida, but I just I can say South Carolina because that's where I previously lived.
Where's
Buffalo,
everybody
New
in the
York.
back from?
Buffalo, New York. I have one cousin. She's from Arizona, and then my other two, Hawa Hassan. She's African. She's like a family, but she's best friend. And Musa is her boyfriend. He's African.
So how many of them are in the back? So how did they get from, did you guys pick them up in Arizona?
No,
Where did you pick them up at?
we all live in the same household. Buffalo, New York.
From Buffalo?
Yes, yeah, you read the sign is Buffalo, New York.
What sign?
The tag.
It says Arizona.
No, we're from Buffalo, New York. We got that. We got that truck from Buffalo, New York.
And you went down to Arizona?
To pick up our cousin and our furniture.
Here's the problem: is the driver and you don't have the same story. So something's not adding up either from Buffalo to Arizona. It's not adding up one way or the other. Either you're lying about why you went down there and you picked him up, or
We can talk to my cousin when they go pick up.
I mean, we're getting ready to open the back up here in a minute. But
We can talk to her. You can talk to her.
you understand what big of a safety risk that is, having everybody in the back of that van? There's people literally die because of that same stuff right there.
Oh no, we stop. We literally stop.
I don't know. I haven't talked to
every
him.
gas station. We don't. We stop at every gas station. We don't just keep going. We stop at every gas station.
After confirming Shakim's story was the most inconsistent, officers place him in handcuffs. He had been warned about the consequences of lying, and now he was going to have to face them.
No weapons or anything with you. I'm just gonna pat you down, make sure there's nothing there.
I've been working with Tim, and
This is wallet and smokes.
he said he was working somewhere near 60. All right. Huge safety thing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I mean-
we understand. We just
I mean, because because it's not a cool day. It's not necessarily.
We stop at every gas station. We stop at every gas station. We didn't know how hot it was. We're not from here. We didn't know how hot it was. If we knew how hot it was in Arizona, we wouldn't want to go. We're not from Arizona or Missouri. Yes, sir.
I would just sit away from the car. It's kind of hot. Some of the hot air's coming up there.
That's what it was.
Probably not
Okay.
hotter in the back.
I heard the Missouri shit. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, damn. There was something about the story that wasn't consistent.
That U-Haul though, so just have to see.
The two women who were riding in the front exit the truck, visibly anxious. Officers ask when they last stopped during the trip, how many people were in the vehicle, and where they were coming from. They both say their family, living in Buffalo, and were headed to Arizona for personal reasons. When asked about the stops, both women say they stopped frequently due to extreme heat in the back
That's
of
what I
the
was
truck.
trying to say. I'm sorry I lied to you, Martin. I just didn't want to go back to Arizona.
Afraid that someone would suffer heat exhaustion. But still, despite the similar responses, the stories didn't completely match Shakim's. The mounting inconsistencies prompt officers to return to the suspect and place him under arrest. The situation grows more serious by the minute.
Sit down.
459 is coming here. He's going to sit with your call.
Okay.
You're going to drive to Webster County and back to the scene. Matt Yendes is going to meet us at Webster County and bring you back for your call.
Okay. We just need Adam Smith here for one other passenger.
That's fine.
What? One of them can just ride with me up there in the U-Haul.
Yeah, but they should be 15 regardless.
Yeah. Oh, I'm with you. We have to call Children's Services and all
I
that.
mean, they should be 15.
Yeah. But what I was going to do was wait for Adam to get here, put one in there, everybody have one, and I just drive the U-Haul up there.
Well, one can go in my car, one can go in Adam's car. You'll drive the U-Haul.
Yeah, but we're just waiting on Adam.
Yeah. Yep.
Anybody know an ETA from him? He seems to be curious on calling out stuff.
Officers notified Child Services to ensure the children receive proper care and protection. The truck will be taken to the police station for a more thorough inspection, and paramedics will be brought to check on all the children and adults involved.
It's crazy, bro. Oh, hell no. You see the trash falling out that shit? They probably pissing. Doing all this other shit back there, bro. Like, man.
Hands up. Hands up. Speak English? 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 Okay. Okay. One at a time.
We want to make sure everybody's okay, especially the children, okay?
One at a time. Walk towards us. Come out.
Ready, come out.
Step down.
Make sure everybody gets some
Go
medical
sit on.
attention if
Nope.
they need it,
Go.
okay?
Listen to me. Go sit on the ground over there. Legs crossed.
How many children you got?
Okay. Go sit on the ground.
Hi, kiddos. Who's David? Which
Go
one's
sit.
David?
David.
David, I'm talking to your mama, okay? Mama's okay.
Sit on the ground over there. Kids, come on.
Come on out. We're going to make sure you guys get checked out by the ambulance and everything, okay? I've got some stickers for you guys, too.
Oh,
Easy, big guy.
God. Boy, I thought he busted his face wide open right there, bro.
Okay, buddy. You're all right.
Those are the children.
That's a lot of jits. That's a lot of jits coming out of there, bro.
Hey.
That's amazing.
What's your name? What's your name?
Come on, my friend.
That's a baby too.
Is this David? Is this David? Yes, it's David. Okay, let me get mama. Come on. Let me get mama.
Okay.
I'm just gonna come.
Come on, buddy.
At the police station, officers open the back of the truck and the scene is disturbing. Inside is total disarray. A mixture of clothing, trash, and food containers scattered all throughout, and the heat is overwhelming, far more hot than in the cab. The lack of ventilation makes the air thick and suffocating. Inside, 11 people are found, 4 adults and 7 children, all crammed into a space meant only for cargo. The children
But
that range
that's
in
a motherfucking nightmare for somebody that's claustrophobic.
age from 2 to 13 years old all show signs of discomfort from the heat. along with distress. The toddlers are found in soiled diapers. With no seat belts or safety restraints, the children were in a dangerously vulnerable situation. Officers along with EMS begin removing them one by one, making sure the children receive immediate care while the adults are taken into custody. The scene reflects not only the recklessness of everyone responsible, but also the quite real danger that the children were experiencing.
That's I'm losing money. Keep paying for these Ubers.
Exposed to.
Hey, I'll move your handcuffs to the front of your body, at least so they're not so tight on your back. If you'll just hop out right here.
Yes, sir. Oh. You seen that everything matched out what I was in, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying. I mean, you were honest with me after we kind of were getting ready to do our deal. You know how hot it was in the back of that U-Haul when we opened it up? Kids had sweat rolling off of them.
Yeah, because I was getting ready to go to the exit, the switch, right?
It's just not safe, man.
Yes, sir.
31-year-old Shaquem Bristol and 22-year-old Musa Omar are arrested after being found responsible for endangering the lives of the 7 children in the truck. Both are charged with first-degree child endangerment for creating a substantial risk to their safety. Bristol, who had a prior record as a registered sex offender, received a federal sentence of 7 years with execution suspended, along with 5 years of supervised release. Omar, who also bore responsibility for the dangerous trip, entered an Alford plea and
Nah, that shit is crazy though, bro. This man freaking
insane.
received probation in Wright County Court. Although the children didn't suffer physical injury, the defendants' actions made clear the severe consequences of their decisions. All of the minors involved in this case were placed under the protective care of Child Services.
That's a sad thing too, cause now it ain't sad because it needed to happen. Like that was a dangerous situation for all them kids to be in, so it makes sense.
Very dangerous.
But it's just sad the fact that they put them kids in that situation for this to happen. Like that's crazy, bro.
So his story added up. But it was the fact that there were kids back there.
You hungry?
Yeah. Nah, you should be up. You shouldn't be asleep.
You want to share pizza?
Yeah, that's straight.
What kind you want?
You can do a cheese.
Just a cheese pizza?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm talking about order.
See, I don't think nothing open at this one. It's only 11:31. I don't think nothing open.
Try Domino's.
I gotta edit throughout this the end part of this video. But nah, fucking that's a tragic situation all in all, bro. Y'all let us know what y'all think about this in the comment section below. Alright, y'all, we got mom misses son's birthday after a bad decision. We finna get into this one, see what's it about. If y'all wanna watch this video without our commentary, head over to Body Cam Watch. Or you can search this title up. But if you're here to watch our reaction, shout out to you. Appreciate you for tuning in. Yep, without further ado, we gonna get right into it.
On July 13, 2024, an officer pulled over a vehicle for having window tint that was too dark.
So this isn't your vehicle, or this is? Is it? Yeah. What's the issue?
My son's party is about to start. I'm in a rush.
The more you work with me, the faster I can get you out of here. That's what I'm trying to get.
What's my name?
What's your date of birth?
2/24/92.
Okay. And what's your social?
I don't have my social on hand. I don't know about.
Do you know like the last four?
That's
you don't know
crazy.
any part of your social?
It's crazy. You're a grown woman. You say you was born in 1992. You a grown ass woman. You don't know your social. Cook, bro. She at least. She was born in 92. She at least what 33. But prior for this video, she was like 32. Cause it say 2024.
Yeah.
Be for real, cause you're a grown ass woman, bro. In your 30s, don't know your social. Hey.
No, I know 593, the first room.
That's good. Okay. All right, so now I got to try to find you because you don't have your driver's license on you, so obviously I got to do some additional work, but...
I'm going to miss...
Like I said, the more you work... Man. No. What?
You have everything?
Yes, but I need you to wait out here for me.
It's hot. Why do you need me to wait out
Wait in the shade.
I have AC.
I understand that. Just wait in the shade for me, though.
Why do I have to stand out here?
Because, ma'am, I'm not going to have you go back to your car. Listen, this is what I'm talking about. The sooner you let me do my job, the sooner I can get you out of here.
So I can sit in my car.
No, once I go back and confirm everything's good with you, then I will let you go back in your car depending on what I find. All right? Like I said, just let me do my job so I can get you out of here. She's just being different. Evernisha, do you have a medical marijuana card?
Yes.
Okay. But do you have Evernisha, this way. I'm trying to talk to you. This is what I'm talking about. It's going to take longer. The longer you don't answer my
get off the phone.
Okay, thank you. So you have a medical marijuana card, but you don't have it on you. Okay, is it valid?
I went out last night. I'm not sure. I went out last night and I searched my stuff. I'm not sure.
Okay. So, I'm not sure, like, what the status is, if it's expired or valid or anything. Okay. Is there any marijuana in the car?
No.
Okay. Do you mind if I just look, make sure there's nothing in there? Because it smells like it. Check it for marijuana. Make sure it's not in there.
Like marijuana? You're making up stuff.
You just said you smoked last night.
I didn't say I smoked last night. I said I searched my purse last night.
Okay. So is there any in there?
No, there's no marijuana.
I'm going to search it. Am I going to find any?
I just said it's no marijuana. I'm going to make my purse.
You're good. You can wait right here. Evernisha, wait.
I'm going to get my purse. I'm getting my purse.
Put it back in there. I don't
That's nothing. I don't want you going in my purse.
Evernisha, listen to me right now.
What are you doing?
You can't go through your stuff if you told that.
Give me my wallet.
This was inside your purse.
Give me my wallet.
This was inside your purse.
It's weed in that motherfucking bag, bro. I don't want you going through my purse.
Hey, man. To the fence a little bit.
All right. She know what she doing,
the real one, bro. You have a card. You have a marijuana card. Unless you know that shit is expired or not, bro. Like, you should just let him search the shit. Be honest with him. There's marijuana in it. They probably like, all right, cool.
Crazy, bro.
You're going in handcuffs right now.
Stop. Okay.
Put your hands
No. Okay. Go ahead.
Put your hands behind you.
Go ahead.
I understand.
No, okay,
You're going
okay.
in handcuffs. Evernisha, listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. Then relax. We're past that. Because you're not listening.
Just listen.
We're past that.
Please, they hurt.
Evernisha,
Then
stop.
resisting. Just stop resisting.
Stop.
Okay? If you stop resisting, we're gonna stop.
These some cool ass cops.
We're
Bro.
past that.
These some cool ass cops. Bro,
You're just being detained right now because you're not listening.
I wasn't.
He told you not to go into your purse, and you went into your purse.
I'm getting arrested for no reason. There's no marijuana in my car.
Right now, okay? That's it.
Can you let my arm go?
You gonna stay right here?
I asked for my wallet.
You wanna take a seat? If you take a seat, I'll let go of your arm. It's up to you.
I'm not sitting.
Okay.
You could let my arm go. I'm not doing it.
Because you're walking back to your car.
He's searching my car for no reason.
You don't get to use your phone.
Move.
Listen, you do not get to use your
Okay, I'm
phone.
putting it in my pocket. I'm putting it up. I'm putting it up. I'm putting my phone up. Let my phone go. What are you doing?
You're going to be arrested for resisting. Give me that.
So you cannot make any calls while you're in custody.
Put it in my pocket.
I'm going to give it to this officer right now, or I'll put it in the
Just put it in your purse.
Yeah.
That's fine. You cannot make any calls when you're in protective custody. You understand that? Because I can't have you making phone calls to call the people here. Okay? Just listen to what we're saying. That's all you have to. All you have to do is listen to what
The
we're
cop
saying.
said,
That's
"Look,
it.
I'm taking all precautions. You ain't finna call nobody and have them have motherfuckers pull up shooting at us, right?
Yeah.
Oh God, bro.
And then you wouldn't be in handcuffs if you were in
For no
school.
reason. It don't smell like marijuana. You just making up stuff to search in my car.
What did I
That's
make
a
up?
G. I thought that was a G wagon in the
My
cut
car
back
does
there.
not smell like marijuana. He making that up.
That gray one. That gray shit.
Just to search my
If I
car.
look over, you're gonna be cool. You're gonna stay put.
Yes, I'm not doing nothing.
Okay.
Searching my car for no reason. There's no marijuana in my car.
What's your first name? Is that Renisha?
Or is your name Ashley? Because you're saying your wallet, and magically I find an ID that says Ashley on it. Ashley, what's going on? I'm just trying to get you on your way here, and you're lying to me at every step of the way.
Go and put her in the back of the car.
Okay.
Please, it's my son's birthday party. Please.
Ashley, I tried.
You gave a false name. It's a charge, bro. Go ahead. Go to that police station, bro. That's crazy.
To work with you, and you obstructed me at every step of the way.
I'm gonna miss my son's birthday party.
No, you cannot.
Oh my God. Please. I'm gonna miss my son's birthday party. I don't have anything on me. I don't smoke. Can I call my mom? My son's birthday party is today. Those are my keys.
Oh, property. Yeah, I just think you give it to me.
Yeah, go in the back seat of the car.
Can I call my mom?
We'll get to that.
She's expecting me.
Shit, tell her not to.
Can you be honest with me? I would like to talk.
Say, Mom, don't wait up. Don't expect me.
Okay.
You already pat her down? Nothing.
I just pay her pockets down.
I'm just leaving work.
Okay. Let's try this again. You said you're going to be honest with me, right? Okay. What's your first name?
Ashley.
Okay. All right, Ashley. At this point in time,
My mom, we're gonna be late for the party.
listen, you are going to be under arrest for
I'm gonna
obstruction.
miss my son's
You gave
party.
false information
I
to
need
me.
to call my mom.
Okay, so we'll get to that, but right now you're under arrest.
Okay, can I get my phone?
Bravo 10, 55 Bravo 17.
So I'm just gonna not show up for my son's party?
Yes, you're being arrested.
Yeah,
But I need to let my mom know.
You're an adult. You can let her know later.
How long will it take?
Bravo 17.
Please, can I please call my mom?
Right now.
I'm gonna miss my son's party.
You just gonna call your
Why would you lie to us at the beginning?
Get
Like,
you out there.
why lie to us about who you are?
ain't doing that. They're gonna make you get to the station. You make a
Oh
phone
my
call.
God. Can you please get my phone so I can call my mom?
You cannot make any phone calls right now.
How long would this, what am I going to risk?
It's going to be as long as it takes to get this done.
Where am I getting off?
I still don't understand why you would lie to us about who you are and what your name is. You do know that that's illegal, right? And that's an arrestable offense?
Oh my God. Let me get my phone.
You cannot make any phone calls right now. I told you that.
I need to let my mom know I'm not coming to the
I'm
party.
telling you, you are not making any phone calls right now.
U95 the RO, and that is going to be the correct information. And I'll have 11015 for writing false info.
So why can't I get my phone to call my mom?
Because you're being detained right now. You can't make any phone calls to anybody.
Now, some officers will let you make that phone call, but how she was acting, of course they're not finna let her use her phone, bro. You was causing a whole scene, doing the most, and you done lied to them. Why would they help you out?
The whole issue that I personally had with you when you brought your phone out when we had you in cuffs is because you can't make any phone calls because we don't need you to call anyone for have any family or friends to come in.
My son's birthday
You don't have
party.
to tell her right now. It could be
The
later.
party is about to start in 30 minutes. I was on my way leaving work.
All right, well, when we get situated, if he wants to let you call your mom, then he'll let you call your mom.
I want to see what he's going through while he's looking through my phone.
You better stay seated, okay?
What is he going through? Why can't I see what he's looking through?
Because you're being detained right now, so you don't.
Okay, but he's going through my stuff.
Yeah, he's searching for marijuana.
There's no marijuana in there. I don't
Okay.
smoke.
Well, once he's done searching, then he'll come back here.
She said she don't smoke, but she said she has a marijuana card. What?
Jeez. 5.
Can I call my mom?
Not right now.
I'm gonna miss my son's birthday party.
I'm sorry?
I'm gonna miss my son's birthday.
I understand, but we're talking about this right now. That's
Okay.
Okay, so do you want to talk to me about lying to me about your ID and all that stuff so we can work this out? So, obviously, you knew you were suspended because that's why you gave me false info. Why did you get...
nothing.
Okay, well, you are suspended, and there's really no other reason to lie to me. What was your reasoning for lying to me about who you were?
I don't know.
You don't know? Did you know you were suspended?
No.
Okay. I mean, I guess there's nothing really more to ask you.
No,
You know? So we're gonna have a female come here and pat you down, and then
You just patted me down.
A female's gonna search you personally.
so you gotta wait for that.
So can I call my mom and tell her I'm not making it for the party?
After she gets searched, I'll just bring her back to 19 if you want.
Oh, that'd be perfect.
And
Yeah.
then,
I'll call for a
What about my
10-7.
stuff?
And well, your car's gonna get towed.
What about my purse?
Your purse?
With all my stuff?
I'll bring your purse.
I need to call my phone, my mom.
I'm gonna bring your phone. I'm gonna bring your ID,
I need the whole purse.
and I'm just gonna bring your little wallet thing.
I need my whole purse.
No. There's way too much stuff in there. I'm not bringing that to jail when you. It's gonna be in the car. So whenever you get the car back, it'll be in there.
Respect.
Whichever towing
She
company
probably got
comes.
some foreign shit,
So you're not
and some get lost.
Yeah,
That's on
probably
him because
pretty
he said he is the one that went through the car.
She was annoying. I'm not gonna lie, but at the end of the day, she should have known they was gonna figure out who she was. They was just gonna lock you up anyway, bro. Where your damn fingerprints,
My thing
all
is-
that shit would have,
my
all that
thing
shit would have
is-
came back. She in Scrubs, so I don't know what she do for a living. Is she a CNA, fucking RN? I don't know. What is her job title? Cause
Nurse, what is it, practitioner? I don't know. Like, she sit behind desks and schedule appointments. I don't know.
Right.
But with all that, like, this is not just on her, but like everybody. If y'all got some shit that y'all know will get y'all locked up, bro, just comply, bro. 9 times out of 10, some of these officers, well, actually, no, I can't even say that. Some of these officers probably be lenient with your ass, like, you know, we're gonna give you a warning. We'll give you a ticket for this shit. We ain't gonna send you down to the station, bro. You was honest. Everything matched up. You wasn't resisting. You wasn't, like, non-compliant. Whatever. You complied. We ain't gonna lock your ass up, bro. We gonna get you out these cubs. You told us the truth. And you ain't gonna. We'll just sign you a citation or a ticket, give you a ticket. Just show up to court for this shit, bro. You good. But shit.
hey, homegirl, she gonna learn. She gonna, hey, you missed your son's birthday party because you wanted to lie. That's crazy.
All you had to do was tell the truth, and they probably, like you said, probably.
I ain't gonna lie, they was probably gonna lock her ass up for that. They about to give her a ticket.
Yeah, suspended shit and false.
Now she was driving while suspended, bro. So yeah, she was gonna get locked up. They was gonna tow that car and say, "Hey, could somebody come get this car?" And you, if not, we gonna tow it. And you going downtown. All right, but we got some. There's something wrong with Anna, or Ann. I'm saying Anna. Sure. We about to get into this. It was about. If y'all want to watch this without our commentary, head over to Stay Woke. And or you can search this title up. Lead you right to the video. We're gonna get into this. If you want to watch our reaction, shout out to you. Appreciate you for tuning in. Without further ado, let's get right into it.
The video you are watching was recorded on a GoPro camera operated by 20-year-old Riley Horn.
Call 911. What's going on?
Call 911 now.
I'm calling. What's going on? Just call 911.
Okay, I'm calling.
I need a police officer, EMS.
What do you mean?
Riley just discovered his father, 62-year-old retired FBI agent Scott Horn, dead outside of his father's home. A nearby police cruiser was quick
That's a crazy career to have right there. FBI agent, bro. Hey, gotta applaud that, because I feel like it's a lot of shit you gotta go through just to become an FBI agent, bro.
arrive at the scene. Riley struggled to keep his composure as he spoke to the officer.
My father is under a bunch.
What is that?
It's a GoPro.
Once backup had arrived, they followed Riley as he led them to his father's body.
Right here. I can't look. He's covered.
The officers took a closer look and saw no signs of life, and his upper body was brutally disfigured and covered in blood. It was immediately apparent that Scott was murdered.
I want you, listen to me. I want you out front on the porch. Have a seat. Have a seat.
You got crime scene tape? Where's the body? We got a couple more units here. Gonna have a potential crime scene.
The EMTs arrived shortly after and officially pronounced Scott Horn deceased. With a homicide on their hands, the officers decided to reconvene on the front porch to figure out a game plan.
Can you all contact Kezzy?
Detective Kezzy Henderson was called to the scene to lead the homicide investigation. Upon his arrival, he was informed that just 8 hours earlier, officers were dispatched to the same residence to do a welfare check on Scott.
Damn.
That's fucking crazy. Detectives got
Scott,
bought
right?
out there.
Yeah.
At
For
this
a good
point, Scott hadn't been heard from all
a
day.
detective.
Unsure of how to locate him, his daughter Kelly called the police to express her concerns. As the officers waited for somebody to answer the door, they could hear Scott's 2 dogs barking from inside the house. Eventually, Kelly opened the door and let the officers inside.
No police. No police department.
She said that this behavior was completely out of the ordinary for her dad, who had an extremely disciplined routine. The officers asked if they could take a look in Scott's room, but unfortunately, he kept his room padlocked, so they moved on to the rest of the house. While one of the officers checked the rooms upstairs, Kelly led another officer to check the basement, but neither had any luck. Kelly decided that she was going to ask around the neighborhood if anybody had heard from her dad.
I'm gonna take my dog. You want to report him missing or? I guess we'll wait till later. Okay.
Although Kelly didn't want to report Scott missing just yet, the officers couldn't shake the feeling that something wasn't right. Kelly grabbed her dad's dogs and went on her way. The officers exited behind her and headed back to the station. Kelly's search was proving to be unsuccessful, so she called her brother Riley and explained the situation to him. Riley, who was with his friend at the time, decided to take action. He and his friend strapped up, attaching GoPros to their foreheads. They then went straight to the house and began their hunt. As they scoured the property, they suddenly heard a strange noise coming from the side of the house. They slowly headed toward the noise, but they struggled to see anything in the darkness. Once they got closer, they spotted a tarp on the ground. They lifted it up and found Scott's body, bloody and mangled. As you saw earlier, Riley then bolted back to the neighbor's house and told his sister to call 911.
Call 911.
What's going on?
Now that Detective Henderson understood the events that led up to Scott's discovery, he had some more questions for Riley. He first asked if anybody else was inside the home. Riley said that his mother, 62-year-old Ann Reed Allen, was likely upstairs in her bedroom and had been there the entire time. Detective Henderson found it strange that Ann didn't step outside with all of the commotion going on.
That's
he
crazy.
instructed a group of officers to go inside to make contact with her.
Hello, police department. Can you come down here, ma'am? What?
Clearly, Anne had some trouble walking as she slowly hobbled down the stairs with a crutch in her hand.
Who else lives here? Anyone else?
My husband.
Your husband?
Apparently, Anne had no idea that her husband was even missing. Since she was having a hard time on her feet, she and the officers moved to the kitchen so she could sit down.
What?
Well, we're conducting an investigation right now, ma'am.
For what?
Before hitting her with the news that Scott was in fact dead, they wanted to evaluate her behavior. If you take a close look at her facial expressions, Anne initially seemed annoyed by the officers, but within moments, her demeanor shifts to completely carefree. Nonetheless, the officers were still uncertain if Anne was somehow involved in Scott's death. So once Detective Henderson arrived, he was strategic in how he questioned her.
Ma'am, Detective Henderson.
Where is Scott at?
The last I saw Scott was early this week.
Anne said that she and Scott rarely saw each other unless they were discussing the terms of their upcoming divorce.
I hardly ever see him. He's gone most of the day, every day. He doesn't talk to me. I mean, he won't tell me anything. I don't know what else to tell you.
Have you been outside?
I was outside to put wood on the fire, but that was it.
And you didn't see Scott out there?
No.
In order to put wood on the fire, Anne had to access the wood fire stove that is located in the shed. Scott's body was directly in front of the shed doors.
Damn,
in other
that's
words,
crazy.
Anne must have been right beside Scott's body while putting wood on the fire. The fact that she supposedly hadn't seen anything immediately set off red flags for the detective.
There's a man deceased over in the yard. Okay?
There's a deceased man in my yard.
I haven't.
The detective broke the news that the deceased man was Scott, but Anne showed little emotion. Instead, she immediately began listing reasons why somebody might have wanted to harm him.
I know he gambles all the time.
She said that Scott...
You know what's crazy? People will literally tell on themselves, and it's just, man, they don't make the jobs hard for the detectives. The detective just like, yeah, bro, fuck this shit. That's why he talking to her and asking her questions in a certain way. He know what he doing.
Scott was at the casino the night before. Perhaps he had outplayed someone and took their money, and that bitter loser exacted their revenge on him. Several other theories were thrown around as well. For example, maybe a criminal that Scott had locked up during his FBI days had come back, hell-bent on getting even. Scott also owned multiple rental properties and had recently evicted several of his tenants.
And he's got a lot of people that are angry.
Although Detective Henderson took these theories seriously, he also took everything Anne said with a grain of salt. He left her with one final warning.
Listen, if you know anything about that, then you need to be honest.
At this point, Anne wasn't providing any more useful information, so Detective Henderson went back outside to catch up with the forensics team, and they had some interesting observations to share. Scott's wallet and phone were missing, potentially pointing to a robbery turned deadly. However, in most cases, robbers will flee the scene as quickly as possible. Since the killer had taken the time to cover up Scott's body, the investigators wondered if this attack was something more personal. They were able to find more evidence to support this theory. According to the medical examiner, Scott was shot in the neck from behind. This
Damn.
injury was likely caused by a bullet that was found lodged in the shed. However, it was ultimately determined that this gunshot only would have incapacitated Scott, and the subsequent beating is actually what caused his death. They believed that this beating was done with a piece of firewood, indicated by the several wood chips found on Scott's body, but they were unable to find the piece of wood that was used. The investigators had a feeling that the killer had thrown it into the wood fire stove. The fact that Scott's assailant had shot him in the neck, realized that he wasn't dead, and proceeded to finish the job in a brutal manner suggested that this was an emotional killing. Although the detectives had their suspicions about Anne, everybody was still a suspect at this point. That includes the person who found Scott's body, Riley. They asked Riley to come down to the station for an interview. He enthusiastically agreed. He said that after a long day at work, he was hanging out with his friend when Kelly called him to help find their dad. He told the detective about the noises he heard near the shed, and said that he caught a glimpse of a mysterious figure leaving that area.
Did you actually see who it was, or?
I did not. It was just all shadow.
Okay, some figures.
Yes.
Riley was convinced that this figure was Anne. He told the detective about his relationship with his mother. Apparently, Anne had strict rules while he and Kelly were growing up, and breaking those rules resulted in heavy-handed punishments. One time, Scott tried to stand up for Kelly after Anne forced her to sleep in the hallway, and Anne pulled a gun on him. This incident didn't escalate any further, but over the years, the fighting only continued. About 30 cases involving domestic abuse or assault were opened, but none of them resulted in a conviction. Riley and Kelly eventually moved out once they were old enough, while Scott and Anne continued to live together. They installed multiple locks on their bedroom doors to keep each other out. Riley became so afraid of his mother that he would wear a GoPro camera strapped to his head to document any interactions with her. All of this information strengthened the case against Anne, but her toxic behavior and alleged abuse weren't enough to charge her with Scott's murder. The detectives needed to collect more evidence and rule out any other possibilities. While officers canvassed the area around the crime scene, Detective Henderson drove to the Live Casino and Hotel in Hanover to do 3 things. Verify the information that Ann had provided,
Right, 'cause she talked about that man
establish
like to
Scott's
gamble and
timeline
shit.
leading up to the murder, and investigate the theory that someone from the casino had killed him. After gaining access to the casino's security footage, the detective confirmed that Scott was there the night before, just as Ann stated. He spent a lot of his time gambling in the casino pit playing poker. There appeared to be no animosity amongst the players. After winning some money, Scott decided to collect his payout. It was clear that Scott wasn't exactly a high roller. His earnings for the night amounted to less than $100. It seemed unlikely that he would be killed over that much money. After collecting his cash, he took the elevator down to the parking garage, headed to his car, and left for the night. As far as Detective Henderson could tell, nobody had followed him. After viewing this footage, the investigators were confident in ruling out this killer from the casino theory. Although this lead was a dead end, officers had better luck while canvassing the neighborhood. Apparently, Ann was constantly spreading rumors about Scott. On one occasion, Ann had told the neighbors that Scott and his kids were abusing her.
I left because I was not going to be beaten up by them.
You know, I have a really hard time believing that that happened.
I know, because you're stupid.
What
And
the
you
hell?
don't know how deceptive an FBI agent can be.
Ann also reached out to their next-door neighbors, Cindy and Marty, and made several accusations against Scott. She once left this voicemail, giving them a friendly reminder about Scott's promiscuous past.
This is Ann Allen. I just wanted to give you a quick call. He's brutal. And because he ran the streets, until I married him at age 37, he was nothing but a man.
Apparently, Ann was doing this because Scott had been telling the neighbors about how horrible a wife and mother she was. Ann was just trying to set the record straight by speaking with the neighbors herself. According to Ann, the reality was that Kelly had violent tendencies, which were enabled by Scott's passive parenting style. Whenever Ann would try to do something about Kelly's behavior, she would somehow be painted as the bad guy. However, nobody seemed to believe the things that Ann was saying about her family. Cindy also showed the detectives a photo she had taken on the day that Scott's body was discovered. A slender man could be seen walking away from their property. Unfortunately, the photo was too blurry to make out any other details. Cindy had a strong feeling that this was Jason Bird, who the neighbors believed was Ann's not-so-secret lover. Based on the photo, nobody could confirm whether it was actually Jason or not. Luckily, the detectives were able to obtain this choppy video that another neighbor recorded on the day that Scott's body was discovered. In the video, Jason's truck can be seen in Scott and Ann's driveway. Now that Jason was confirmed to have been there, the detectives believed that he had helped Ann cover up the murder, taking Scott's wallet and phone and possibly getting rid of the gun used to shoot him. A few days after Scott's death, his celebration of life took place. Many of Scott's colleagues spoke at length about how friendly he was and the positive impact that he had on their lives.
Nobody could make Scott laugh more than Scott could make Scott laugh.
Riley, Kelly, and Ann sat in the front row, and many of the attendees came up to them to give their condolences. But Ann wasn't getting any sympathy from law enforcement, as they continued to find more evidence that she was responsible for his death. While searching the home, they found wood chips inside the washing machine. The crime lab tested these wood chips and found Scott's DNA all over them. This discovery implied that Ann had put something in the washing machine, potentially her own clothes, that had wood chips on them from attacking Scott. With a divorce right around the corner, the detectives wanted to know why Ann would choose to harm Scott instead of just waiting for the divorce to settle. They discovered that Scott had a $500,000 life insurance policy. He also had those rental properties that we mentioned earlier. The detectives believed that Ann had killed Scott, hoping to collect the money from his life insurance policy and the rest of his assets.
Bro.
On June 30th, 2017, several officers went to the hotel that Ann was staying in to execute an arrest warrant.
Please open the door. Come on. All right. Put your hands behind your back. We have an arrest warrant for you.
Ann was thrown behind bars and charged with first-degree murder, second-degree murder, conspiracy to commit murder, and the use of a handgun during a crime of violence.
Estranged wife of a retired FBI agent is charged with murder. Police in Laurel have charged 62-year-old Ann Allen with first and second-degree murder in the shooting of 62-year-old Scott Horn.
Ann was held without bond at the Prince George's County Correctional Facility. On July 10th, 2017, Jason was also arrested and received the same charges.
A second person has been arrested and charged in the death of a retired FBI special agent who was killed back in March. Laurel police arrested 42-year-old Jason Allen Bird of Westminster Monday in connection to the death of Scott Horn. The 62-year-old was found in the backyard of a home on Patuxent Road. Bird now faces several charges, including first-degree murder.
The police finally had their two prime suspects in custody. However, this was short-lived, because after executing search warrants for Jason's home and car, they found nothing linking him to the crime. While presenting their case to the grand jury, there wasn't enough evidence to take Jason to trial, so the charges against him were ultimately dropped, and Jason was let go. The case against Jason didn't pan out,
That's
but
crazy.
they had plenty of
They try to cook, bro. They try to cook him. Ain't have no evidence, bro.
evidence to convict Anne, right? Well, the prosecution was not allowed to tell the jury about many of the things we have discussed in this video. This includes Kelly and Riley's stories of living with their mother, the recordings of Anne spreading rumors about Scott, and even the several cases of domestic abuse that were filed over the years. None of this was admissible in court. According to Maryland law, using prior bad acts to prove things like motive, opportunity, or intent is admissible in court. But using prior bad acts to prove the character of a person is not admissible in court. Even with these crippling limitations, the authorities followed through with their prosecution. In November of 2018, Anne's trial took place. The prosecution alleged that Anne had waited for Scott to return home from the casino before carrying out the deadly assault, motivated by a desire to profit from his life insurance policy and gain control over their marital assets. They knew the defense would highlight Anne's walking disability and try to say that she was incapable of killing Scott. So the prosecution showed the jury some interesting recordings from Cindy and Marty's home security camera. In most of the clips, Anne can be seen hobbling around on her crutch, but several other times, Anne can be seen walking around without a crutch, completely unfazed. The prosecution argued that Anne wasn't the frail old lady that she portrayed herself as, and she was completely capable of killing Scott. After a grueling legal battle, it was time for the jury to deliberate. By the end of the first day, the jury was deadlocked. The judge ordered them to continue deliberating, and on day 2, they had a verdict. Anne was found not guilty and was acquitted of all charges. She immediately began sobbing and thanked God over and over again. Just as Anne's defense had predicted, most of the prosecution's claims were completely dismantled by the defense during the trial. In a statement leading up to the trial, Anne's defense attorney Andrew Jezik said, "I think the bottom line is that this is a very circumstantial case. There is no smoking gun. There's no confession. There's no text or email that is incriminating whatsoever. There's no DNA. There's no blood. There's no fingerprints." And he was right. Based on the evidence presented in the trial, there was nothing that directly linked Anne to the crimes that she was accused of. The defense also found the idea of Anne killing Scott for money ludicrous. Anne wasn't even the beneficiary for Scott's life insurance money because Scott had taken her off of his policy. It also turns out that Scott had $220,000 in debt that Anne was now responsible for since they were still married. A financial expert for the defense said that if Scott was still alive and the divorce was finalized, Anne would have been around $500,000 richer. As for Anne not seeing Scott's body when she put wood on the fire, the defense had a simple explanation for this as well. It was too dark. They said that this was clear based on Riley's GoPro footage from that night.
True.
The defense claimed that the investigators had tunnel vision on Anne since they had been called to the residence so many times for criminal charges and protective orders. Due to double jeopardy rules, the state was not allowed to charge Anne with murder for a second time. However, Anne was charged with 2 felony counts of attempting to influence state witnesses and 1 felony count of obstruction of justice. Allegedly, she tried to convince her kids not to testify against her. Court documents state that Anne made a jailhouse phone call to someone and told them the kids have to be persuaded. And it's important for them not to participate. Tell them that they don't want to participate. The status of these charges is unclear at the time of this video, but if convicted, Anne could face up to 45 years in prison and a $10,000 fine. As for the kids, Riley followed his passion for technology and is now the lead systems engineer for a data center company, while Kelly works as a veterinary surgical technician, carrying on her dad's love for animals.
There you go.
Mama Bear, there was Papa Bear, and then there was Kenai Bear.
Them kids, man.
Dang, that's sad, bro. So they don't know who did that to him, or they can't prove who did that to him. That's a cold case right there, bro.
Is that shit like? I missed it, but I don't know if they said or if the narrator said that they threw that shit out the window or some shit, or like the investigation.
Well, the
still on
guy
go.
that they had arrested, all charges against him, they were dropped, and then
No, I know
and
about
hers was dropped. Hers
murder.
dropped too. Yeah, and hers was dropped. Found not guilty. There was no
So-
evidence leading to her doing that to him.
So who the hell was it?
Exactly. That's what's crazy.
Is
man.
that case still on go? Like
That's a
what's
cold
up to
case,
this
bro. That's a
day?
cold case right there. That's a cold case. They can't try her
That
for
shit
murder
is
again.
unsolved
So
mysteries.
yeah, they can't try her for murder again. Your double jeopardy rule. So
They ain't
it's
got
what
no
it is. What
proof.
it is, bro. I mean, hopefully one day they've been brought to the light. They get justice for their father, but
That's a whole
for now,
retired FBI agent.
right. That's actually crazy that a retired FBI agent case is cold. Like his own,
Own case.
death. His own death is a cold case, bro. That's wild. But anyway, man, y'all let us know what y'all think about this in the comment section below. All right, y'all. We got the human species that shouldn't exist. We got to get right into this and see what it's about. Make sure y'all run the likes up, sub if you do all that good stuff. Shout out to Extinct Zoo if y'all want to watch this video without our commentary. But without further ado, let's get it.
Realize it or not, Homo sapiens, aka us, are just one of over a dozen species of humans that make up our genus, Homo, which unsurprisingly translates to man. And while specifics are hard to nail down, it's currently thought that the first species of our kind emerged about 2.8 million years ago, with this given date being based off of the discovery of the specimen LD350-1, a badly damaged adult left jawbone that is believed to have possibly belonged to the ancestor of either the Homo habilis or Rudolfensis, and is currently the oldest verified Homo specimen. And since the very first humans have appeared, each new Homo species that evolved has tended to follow a certain pattern, wherein each new iteration has become less archaic and primitive, while also becoming more derived. At the same time, our ancestors' technological prowess tended to get more advanced through time as well. But in 2015, a brand new and very unusual human species was discovered within South Africa that totally flipped what we thought we knew about our species' evolution on its head. As despite being one of the youngest known human species to date, it seemed like it was dropped out of a time machine, having primitive features you'd expect to find in our earliest ancestors, not one of our most recent
I ain't
cousins.
gonna lie, somebody racist made this, bro.
And frankly, that's just one of the many mysteries surrounding it. And so, who was this, you ask? Well, let me introduce you to Homo naledi, also known as the Starman. To date, this species is known from not just only a single location, but also just one cave alone, named the Rising Star Cave, hence the nickname. And it's here that every single naledi that we are aware of has been found. This cavernous system is one of the most perilous ones out there, and essentially took decades for scientists to explore. And from the get-go, it presented researchers with a very strange problem, which was, how exactly did the naledi even get there? But we'll circle back to that later. What's more important now is the fact that within this cave, the team found not just a single specimen, or even a few damaged ones, but instead multiple skeletons, over 15, that not only ranged in age and gender, but were also extremely well preserved, all things considered, with the original expedition alone yielding in excess of 1,500 pieces of bone, giving researchers a pretty good idea of what these human skeletons looked like. Additionally, the quality of the remains allowed for more precise dating, with the species now believed to have originated and existed between 3 skeletons looked like. Additionally,
Are these hands or somebody's long ass feet? Toes, I mean. I'm gonna go with hands. That right there look like a foot, low key. But there's some long ass toes, nigga. Who toe bone that long, nigga? God damn, nigga. Foot long as hell. Toes long as hell, I mean, bro.
the quality of the remains allowed for more precise dating, with the species now believed to have originated and existed between 335,000 and 236,000 years ago, during the Middle Pleistocene, which is in fact around the same time when our own species first emerged. But here's the weird thing. Despite us knowing their age and having a vast collection of their bones, we still don't really know where they belong in our family tree, or which human species they're even closest to, as they don't really look their age, so you could say, possessing anatomy that can be summed up as a mix of features from more recent hominins, like ourselves and Neanderthals, and those of our ancient ancestors from long ago. For starters, they were exceptionally small for their time, with the known specimens possessing an average height of just 143 centimeters, or 4 foot 9 inches, across both males and females. True, short kings and queens. But then they also had slender builds and bodies, which rendered them light as feathers, figuratively speaking, with most individuals having been less than 40 kilos or 90 pounds, about 35% smaller than your typical Homo sapien, which also makes them the second smallest humans on the planet during their existence, with the first place crown going to Homo floresiensis, a species that lived in Indonesia. But in the defense of the latter, they were restricted to an island, resulting in insular dwarfism, while the Naledi, on the other hand, lived in mainland Africa, making their small size a bit more unusual. So definitely interesting. But for anthropologists, what was even more odd wasn't their stature, but their confuddling hands. You see, the actual hands themselves seem to have possessed derived wrist morphologies and a robust thumb, characteristics very similar to what's seen in Neanderthals and us, modern humans. However, at the same time, its other fingers couldn't be more different, as each were proportionally long and highly curved, traits typically regarded as archaic, as long curved fingers are unsurprisingly better for grasping things, those things specifically being trees. In fact, in the case of the Naledi, its hands were seemingly even better adapted for climbing than those of our forefathers, the Australopithecines, an ancient group to which specimens like Lucy belong to, and who are often considered to be much better climbers
One of them gremlins, boy. They look like a gremlin.
That nigga happy.
Right.
than we are. Furthermore, beyond the hands, the Naledi's ribcage, shoulders, and pelvis were all more older in style as well. And when combined, anthropologists are quite certain that they would have been a group of humans who spent more of their time in trees compared to other Homo species, despite their wrists and thumbs being very similar to our own. And their apparent, more arboreal lifestyle was perhaps for protection against predators.
You said what? I just did the same shit. They had a little hand. I was just looking at my shit. I was like, yeah, that hand little as fuck.
Due to their smaller size. Yet, the mystery isn't solved with this, because as it turns out, they were also oddly capable of walking on the ground as well, possessing strong insertion of butt muscles, developed linea aspera, broad patellae, a lengthened tibia, and gracile fibulae, which is all undeniable evidence that along with being a big tree hugger, these guys were still bipeds that stood upright, and would have been capable of traveling long distances on the ground. Plus, while their fingers were not like ours, their feet were. And thus, not only could they get around on the floor, but they would have done so in a very human fashion, so to speak, having a nearly indistinguishable walking pattern from our own. And so, this unique blend of adaptations for both tree life and ground life has raised a lot of interest as to why. And the answers vary, with some ideas simply claiming the Naledi were humans stuck in time, but more grounded ideas put forth try to answer this question based off of what South Africa was like at the time, which was a bit drier than normal, especially seeing that a few million years prior, Africa had begun a general transition from forests to savannas, and thus trees were fewer and farther in between. Therefore, it's thought the Naledi might have spent a good chunk of their time in one location, but given the lack of forest density, they would have been periodically forced to move from place to place after resources dwindled. And some speculate that because they were found in a cave, that their build could have also aided in scaling cliffs and boulders, and overall may have acted as a home. However, being good at climbing trees doesn't necessarily mean this. Plus, within the cave itself, not a single human artifact is known of that would suggest anyone was living there long term. And one more piece of information that has been added to this walking/tree conundrum was its teeth, of all things, which were highly unique for a human species. You see, despite being abnormally small, the teeth still had rather thickened enamel, which totally went against the usual trends seen in Homo species, whereas over time, enamel usually got thinner. And along with retaining this archaic feature, their molar morphology was also more like that of earlier hominins, resulting in some unusually durable teeth. Additionally, many of the individuals found had teeth that were in poor condition, which in conjunction with their design made scientists hypothesize that the Naledi, despite being more arboreal than normal, still ate on, or rather off, the floor. And I really do mean the floor, or the ground floor, as the wear and tear pattern suggests dirty and gritty food particles which are often seen from underground food, like raw tubers. and at least to a point tells us both their feeding habits and that their dental hygiene wasn't exactly their strong suit. And what's also funny is that even though the shape of the teeth were different than ours, they still formed and grew in a way that was similar to what's seen in modern humans, which is not doing us any favors when it comes to figuring out where they belong on our family tree. So overall, here you have a human species that's relatively young, existing at the same time that we ourselves did, but still is a great climber, has weird old-looking teeth, but walks just fine, and chooses to eat a rather modest diet filled with dirt and grit, which at the end may have you questioning their behavior. And as you might guess, the Naledi's brain was in no way normal either, and goes against what we knew, or thought we knew, about human brains. Now, given its body size, it was clear straight away that this group possessed much smaller brains than what's usually seen. And this turned out to be the case, with the average Naledi possessing a cranium of only about 465 to 610 centimeters cubed, which is in other words, basically half the size of our own brains, and comparable to how big ours are during the first few months of life, i.e. when we're infants. And so despite being much smaller in general, this brain size was tiny to the extent that their noggins were quite small compared to their overall body size, which you'd assume would mean that they weren't exactly the sharpest tool in the shed. And this might hold true, but what's interesting is that while other small-brained hominins tended to have more primitive brain structures, the Naledi's thinker was actually miraculously alike other later humans, like Neanderthals or ourselves, with theirs having showed well-developed temporal and occipital lobes, a reduced post-orbital constriction, and a modern-looking frontal lobe. And so this, unsurprisingly, turned a few heads, and made a few wonder if we're actually dealing with a highly intelligent human, in spite of the smaller size, as the actual features themselves implied sociality, the potential for complex language, and the production of tools. But unfortunately, it's hard to say for sure if its brain anatomy resulted in these things or not, as so far no technology or artifacts have ever been linked to the Naledi, Rising Star Cave included. And this is a bit bewildering if you think about it, seeing that the cave does hold thousands of bone pieces from this species, but not a single piece of technology, and thus, we just can't say what level of intelligence they were rocking. With that said, there is some indirect evidence that they at least achieved a level equivalent to Middle Stone Age, as they were the only known human species who have lived in the Highveld region during the Middle Stone Age, and in this area, human artifacts are known of. Also, a subset of researchers do maintain the Naledi were essentially crazy geniuses, which is based on the nature of their discovery site, i.e. the cave. As I've talked about in a previous video, which you can check out, this cave, or more specifically, the part where specimens were found, is exceptionally hard to access. I'm talking steep cliffs, vertical drops, and areas so tight that only very slender people can fit in, and can only do so while maintaining an extremely specific position. And so naturally, there's a lot of mystery and questions on how the Naledi actually ended up in this cave in the first place, given its inaccessibility. But those who hypothesize that they were buried there by their own kind suggest the Naledi were exceptional climbers, who utilized a complex system to navigate the pitch-black caverns, which even today with modern tech has proved perilous to climbers. Additionally, if they had really buried their dead here, and on purpose, then it would also be considered an example of burying the dead, which is regarded as a complex behavior, and it would also be the oldest example we know of in hominins, period, thus proving that small-brained didn't necessarily mean stupid. And so with all this said and done, who exactly were the Homo naledi? Well,
Niggas
if you've been
just had
following
little ass heads, bro.
along,
Shit.
you should be almost more
Niggas
confused on
heads
the
on
answer
that shit,
than you were
bro.
at the start. And really, we're not sure. But as of now, there are four main ideas. The first is that they are a group that branched off very early from contemporary humans, doing so as far back as the Pliocene, and no later than 900,000 years ago. The second hypothesis is that given their still primitive traits, is that their ancestors speciated after an interbreeding event occurring between humans and late Australopithecines, making them some sort of mixed species. And then the final two viewpoints is that the Homo naledi was either a sister taxon to the descendants of Homo heidelbergensis, or a sister taxon of the Homo erectus, who I will mention it does share the closest affinity with, at least when it comes to the skull features. Yet overall, they still remain enigmatic, even for an extinct human species. And we can only hope that further discoveries will help unravel this mystery. And unfortunately, this does pretty much bring us to the end of what we can definitively say about them, seeing that nothing found has given us any more inkling into what their technology, lifestyles, or behavior was
What the hell
like.
they doing a buddy right here, bro? They about to sacrifice this nigga or something?
It's all very cloudy, and perhaps the only other insight we can make on them is that life was definitely not a walk in the park for them. For starters, the diverse age and genders seen amongst the specimens in the cave show that death was quite present at all times, And what's more is that many specimens bore pathology, which reflected living in an environment that was riddled with harsh seasons. To be exact, the teeth and dental defects associated with certain periods of development, leading researchers to reckon that extreme winters and summers often plagued the area, causing a spike in disease and illness amongst the Naledi. And winters in particular were likely extremely harsh, given how hard it would have been for individuals to stay warm given their smaller frames. And even today, the region of South Africa in which they lived in experiences increased ailments compared to surrounding areas, namely flus, respiratory diseases, and pediatric diarrhea, due to environmental stressors. And to make matters worse for our tiny cousins, researchers believe that given their size, large predators like lions, hyenas, and leopards would prey on them from time to time. And really, the only good news here is that interestingly, there is a distinct lack of large carnivore fossils around the Naledi cave. Now, no one thinks this is because the Naledi were actually vicious killers, but rather it's thought that the region was simply more desolate and rugged than adjacent environments. Thus, if they could, large predators tended to hunt elsewhere, where game was more plentiful. And while this could be off, there is the hypothesis that the environment is what ultimately may have done the Homo naledi in. Like I said, the Rising Star Cave is the only place where specimens are known of, but it's not believed that the site itself had something to do with their extinction, especially since the bodies were accumulated over a very long period of time. Instead, the presumed volatility of the region's climate possibly proved too much for the Naledi, and they were unable to successfully migrate elsewhere. And sadly, it does not seem they were able to survive for too long, as ultimately their remains show a temporal period of about 100,000 years, which is on the shorter side for human species. But perhaps we'll come across a find that will surprise us all, both solving this mystery and perhaps showing us that they weren't any less impressive than any of our other cousins. Thanks for watching.
My cousins. Hey, nigga. Watch your mouth, bro.
That's why
And until next
I
time.
said in the beginning, these niggas ain't related to me.
Hey, we all started.
I don't know
It
their
all
names.
started. It all started some way, somehow. You know, the human evolution. You know, it started from somewhere, some way, somehow. So, you know, I reacted to this because I seen flight notification pop up for us. I'm like, let me check it. Let me search the video up so we can react to this motherfucker, bro. See what the hell going on. But
I appreciate you. But I don't know if I ever want to do this shit. It schooled me. I feel like I was in like
I mean,
anatomy class.
yeah, I'm telling you, it told me a little something, bro.
Science.
Like,
I focus in science, but shit like this, I never focused on. I was into like planets and shit. I was in biology, earth science, and criminal forensic science. That was the classes I was in.
forensic science was fire. Botany was
shit,
fire.
I
Botany
still-
fire because you just learn
I
about
wasn't in
plants
that.
and shit. That shit fire.
Nigga, I dissected a pig, a little pig.
Zoology cool too.
I did that shit, and that was in my forensic science class. Weird, but my teacher, shout out Miss Eastridge, bro. She taught me a lot, bro. Blood types, all that kind of shit.
Yeah, it's kind of hard for me to remember teachers' names right now. I'm not gonna lie. It just been so long since I've been out of school,
And
bro.
that it's 2025, bro. I graduated 2014. I still remember the teacher that taught me a lot of shit.
They
About
gonna
science.
tell you, call your ass aunt, bro. You got it.
Hey man, don't do that.
They call your
Y'all
ass
don't do
aunt.
that. Don't do that.
They gonna call your
Don't do
ass
that.
aunt. And you
Y'all ain't
said
got-
you graduated
y'all ain't gotta do all that.
2014. It's 2025, nigga.
They gonna put that Kevin Hart. Damn. I'm sorry. But man,
crazy.
just chill out. But to learn about this shit that I know for a fact I would not pay attention in class to, it taught me something, bro. The evolution of human species, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm interested in
cool.
reacting some more shit off of this channel, bro. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna lie.
no, definitely subscribe and
For real,
have some of
'cause
these like
that was interesting.
save for later.
It was funny
It was.
too. Like, I had a joke throughout that shit, bro. But
Me too,
it
bro. I
was
kept it to
interesting, bro.
myself.
Yeah, it was interesting, bro. Y'all let us know what y'all think about this in the comment section below.
Be out of this thing.
Let me sub.
Stink zoo.